Hi, hello. Welcome back to my channel. And today we have a new setup. We have a new mic, and we're gonna test this out for this tutorial. We'll continue our discussion with flowcharting. And last time, the last video about flowcharting, we talked about um, the basic shapes that we can use in flowcharts, and we also did the basic procedure on how to create flowcharts, which is to have decisions. Now this will be a review, or this will be a continuation of that tutorial, because today we'll be talking about using decision shapes. What is decision shapes? Decision shapes are the diamonds that you can use, or the diamond shape, which will answer your question whether yes or no. So in decision, you can only put there questions that can be answered by yes or no, true or false, and sometimes you will see maybe, but it would be better if you just answer it just yes or no. So we will be using the website before, where there are some problems. It is called the DY Classroom Flowchart Exercise 1. Now in question number 2, we have here a problem where it will now be using decisions. Alright, so let's read the question first and then analyze how to do it. Just look at the algorithm. This is already the algorithm. First, we need to initialize sum to 0 and count to 0. That is a process. So initialization is also a process. So if you still remember what is the shape for process, please comment down below. So enter n. This is a number given to you, so it's an input and output. Find sum plus n and assign it to sum. Then increment count by 1. When we say increment, you add 1 to the initial value. So from 0, it will be 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So, and then this is where you will be asked the question, is count less than 5? Is this a decision? So whether yes or no, you will do something about it. If yes, go to step 2, else print sum, which is an input and output. So if yes, go back to step number 2, which will be enter n, and then if not, then we go print it. I think it would be better to go to step number 3. So I'm editing this. So it would be better if we go to step number 3. That way we will add n again, assign it to sum, increment count by 1, and then do it over and over again. You know what? Let's just continue and do this in our draw.io page. So now that we are here, so we first start our program with a start symbol, or you can use terminator, whatever you want. I am using the start symbol. There you go. And I will write start. Make it to 24. There you go. And then I will first initialize sum 0 and count to 0. So that is a process. So you will be using a process shape, which is this. Okay. There you go. You can adjust your shape by dragging or by using the size adjustment tool, and we say that sum is equal to 0 and count is equal to 0. So I think you can do that. Sum is equal to 0 and count is equal to 0, and let's connect it. So sum is equal to 0 and count is equal to 0. Next, we enter n. So that's an input and output. So the shape for input and output is parallelogram. I hope you still remember that. Drag it over there. Again, you can adjust the size of your shape. Again, you can adjust the size of your shape by dragging these circles or this dot at the side of your shape. Connect it by clicking the arrow. Step number 3 is we find the sum of n and assign it to n. So that since that is a process, we will use the process shape again. There you go. So we can say sum is equal to sum plus n, and then count is equal to count plus 1. There you go. Now I know that you cannot see that properly, so I will change it to size 24, and then I will connect it with an arrow. Step number 4. Now we will be using the decision, and we will be asking, is count less than 5, yes or no? So the shape for decision is this, the diamond one. Here you can adjust the size of this diamond. There you go. And let's say count is less than 5, because the problem is we have to do it 5 times. Okay, change the size into 24 again. Now this will be a little bit tricky, okay, because what we will do is, of course, connect it there. Now what we will do is we want to bring this arrow back over here, back here. Okay, so to do that, you see this arrow, click that one, drag it, and there are some tricks here that you need to familiarize yourself with. First is, if you try to drag it upwards, there, you might see for a time that it's not going where you want it to go. So you just have to adjust it, and like that. There you go. Now you want to bring it back to this shape. Okay, so as you can see, I cannot turn it to the left, right? So what I will do, I will click this dot over here. I can just adjust it a little bit, and then go back to the arrow tip. If I go back to the arrow tip, I can now drag it back there. Now if you want to label your work, if you want to label your flowchart, for example, you want to know whether if it's yes or no, you can just simply double click over here, and then you will see a text box will appear, and then you'll say yes for yes. Okay, and over here you can say, you can write no. Now, last step is the decision. If yes, go back to step number 2, but I change it to step number 3 because that's more logical, I think. And then what we will do now is print the sum. So printing the sum is actually an output. So we will use the output shape or the data shape, but it's somewhere here. Adjust the size again, and just type print sum. Now I know that it's a little bit small, so that we will change the size again to 24. Connect the decision shape to the data shape, and then now, last but not least, what we will do is end it with another terminal shape or this oval, and then write end to it. Now we will end it. And of course, do not forget to connect your shape. So there you go. This is the basics of using decisions. You can also put processes over here. So what we can do is connect it over here. There you go. Then from here, we'll bring it over. There you go. So if we do this process, we will see the count value every time we go back here. Every time we do the loop. So we will be updated. Okay, how many count it is? How many count? So yeah, so that's the basics of it. If you have any questions, just comment down below. Or if you are my student, just PM me on Viber or whatever, and then I can answer your questions. All right, so yeah, that's it. That is how you use decision shapes. So now, next time I upload, the next video I upload will be about using sub-processes. So now we will use this predefined process shape. You will see how does it really work, how to use it properly, and when to use it. So for you to be updated when I will upload it, just don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell button so that you will be updated whenever I upload a video. Also, if you like this video, feel free to press that like button. Once again, this is your favorite sensei, Wesley Sensei, saying that stay hydrated, stay healthy, wash your hands, And don't go outdoors. Stay safe, everyone. And see you on the next video. If you want to subscribe, if you're not subscribed, click over here. If you want to see the other videos that I made, click over here, somewhere there. Okay? See you all next time.